All right, so we're back with another leak code for my Palantir prep, and this time we're doing flood fill, which is another easy leak code question. Um, so here we're given an array, or yeah, I guess an array, a 3D array of a grid of integers in an image where image I and j represents the pixel value of the image. You're given also three additional integers, SR, SC, which is a row and column, um, and the color. Our task is to perform a flood fill like in like MS Paint, starting from the pixel SR and SC. So the same way it works in Microsoft Paint, you begin with the starting pixel and change its color to color, and you perform the same process for each pixel that's directly adjacent that share the same color as the original starting pixel, so either horizontally or vertically. And you keep repeating this process by checking the neighboring pixels of the updated pixels and modifying the color if it matches the original color. The process stops when there's no more adjacent pixels of the original color to update. And then you return the modified image after performing the flood fill. So here we have the example, we're given 1, 1. So we start with this red dot, or a red square here. And you can see that directly above, we have 1. So 1 updates to our new color, which is 2. So we first we check what's bordering, right? It's this, and this. And these 4 directly adjacent. And do they share the same value, which these two do? So we go up here, and when we go up here, we change this original one to 2, and we compare what's directly adjacent to this one, and what's directly adjacent is left and right, and they're both 1. So we update this one, we go down. This one is 0. 0 and 1 are not the same, so we stop here on this side. We go to the left. 1 and 1 are the same, so we update this one, move here. This one's 2, so we don't check this one. This one's 1, so we go down, and then we keep going, and we update it in this manner. We don't check this 0 and 1 just because this 0 and 1, even though they're directly adjacent, and even though this one is the same value, it's not actually directly bordering it. It's not directly touching it. In this case, it's just showing already starting with the 0 color, and it's just a base case. So my approach actually worked first try, and I'm pretty happy with it. So my initial thought was to do a recursive solution to kind of just break this down into parts as we go through. So I first started with getting the original color, so we could compare it to the bordering colors. And so we just set the value of color OG to the color at the SR and the SC that were given as our given indexes. If the original color is already equal to the color, then we don't really change anything. It's the same. Nothing changes, right? So that's kind of our base case here. Then we update the specific point we're at, because we already have the color OG saved to a variable. We update that color of that point, or I guess in the image of that point, color. And then we check all of the 4 different sides. So the reason we have these if statements comparing at the start is because we want to make sure we don't go out of bounds of the array. So here we're checking if the right is within the bounds, and then if it's greater than 0. So if it's here, we can't go to the left here. It's here, we can't go to the left, right? So we're checking if it's greater than 0, so we can check the left side. And then we're checking if it's equal to the original color. And then if so, we recursively call the method here, flood fill, and just break it down. And we keep doing that for all 4 of these, and it just recursively keeps calling itself until we finish the image. And so that was my solution. And when we submit it here, we can look at the specific cases, but in terms of runtime, I think it's the most efficient runtime method, which I'm pretty happy with as a first try.